Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So James Madison's offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The give on the option. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Dukes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Georgia State's offense has the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Right back to the well. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. And the Panthers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Stanley. Here's a heat. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. He breaks a tackle. Breaks into the open. And the defense drags him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball off? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand, nice big play the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than the sack.
The Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The play action fake. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He'll sneak it.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got Zippo Zilch on the left. Sneak gets it done.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 28 to Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw it, Stanley. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Stanley. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pocket breaking down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Dukes in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Grab behind the line. It's Riles. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Stanley. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick release by the QB. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And down goes Mr. Quarterback, there are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Complete to start this drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Working on the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stanley. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings them to within one.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
And the Dukes will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Walker. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. To the air on first down. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's got it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Collins. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Sends it back in motion. Creates a little room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Complete.
And as a defense, you're going to give up plays, and receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Dukes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass, it's Stanley. Bringing the heat. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He's got an open man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Panthers are on the move. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve? That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find a way to get rid of that football and not take the negative play. But this has been a defensive war so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Surging forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Motion from the wideout. A first down run in the red zone. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. They move on top here in the 4th.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
Finds his big tight end. Couldn't make his way in. The 2-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Dukes moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To throw, it's Stanley. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back. He's at the... And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Wow, you just don't see that a lot. Pass interference negating a pick 6. What a costly penalty. Off-play action on 1st down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Murray. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. That's caught. It's Robinson. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Scanning the field, it's Stanley. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. It's now a 15-7 game.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Finds a spot in the middle. There he goes. Inside, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. The snap sets up to throw. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Look out, he's got room. Makes it past the marker. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Riles. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes in between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
To the air, it's Stanley. Pocket breaking down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
They haven't gotten much done here. 3rd down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
A little surprising that they're not taking the field goal, push it to another overtime. Instead, they'll go on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got